Welcome back to Boys and Ghouls Film Review, folks. I'm your host, Sarah Stephenson. This is my co-host, Mike Stephenson.
All right.
So tonight we are reviewing a movie that came out in 2013 called All Cheerleaders Die.
They certainly do in this movie.
In this one, yes. A big, frumpy yes.
Yeah, actually, it's quite funny. Before we go too far, this is supposed to be a remake of the 2001 film of the same name.
Yes.
Written and directed by the same people. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, though, I can't find it anywhere.
I think it was meant to be an independent one that never came to sort of light of day.
But I know, but I can't find it. I wouldn't mind doing a comparison, but if anyone can tell me where it is, I'd really appreciate it.
I think it was just an independent one,
but it doesn't
not a
say.
very sharp one.
They said it's a remake. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can't even find it on YouTube. I can't find anywhere. So anyway, irrespective. Here we go. All good bits. Produced by Lucky McKee. Directed by Lucky McKee and Chris Stephenson. Lucky McKee, Chris Stephenson actually wrote it as well. Starring. Okay, here we go. A cast of a couple.
Cast of thousands.
A few.
Or a few.
A handful. A couple of people running around. Okay, here we go. I just go down halfway through it. Caitlin Stacey plays Maddie Killian. Sienna Smit-McPhee plays Lena Miller. Brooke Buller plays Tracy Bingham. Amanda Grace Cooper plays Hannah Popkin. Rhiannon Joannick plays Martha Popkin. That's a mum, or sister. Sister. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's two sisters. Yeah. Tom Williamson as Terry Stankus. Chris Petrovsky plays George Shank. Lee Parker plays Manny Mankiewicz. Nicholas Morrison plays Ben Fector. Oh, yes, Benny Fector? I don't know. Jordan Wilson as Victor Palmer. Felissa Cooper plays Alexis Anderson. And Michael Bowen plays Larry.
Larry Moen Curley.
Whoopie-doo. Yeah, well, some of these guys are footy players and stuff, and some of the girls are the cheerleaders. So, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say before we start. There's not too much to say on this. It's like a search and rescue mission for the information. So, like I said, there was a 2001 remake. Could have been an amateur film. Don't know. Can't find it. Anyone got any information?
No.
Really appreciate it. This had its world premiere in September 2013 at the Toronto International Film Festival and had a limited theatrical release in June 2014. Having said that, I've got no idea how much it cost budget-wise, and I have no idea what the box office was. I can't find the figures on that either.
Yes.
They're very light in the information here. Anyway, Sarah, do you want to take it away?
Yes, I will. So the story...
Where are you going to take it?
I'm going to answer that one. So the story takes place with Maddie, a girl who's, I guess, a bit of a filmmaker person, who's looking over some footage of her friend Alexi, I think his name. Yeah, who's a cheerleader, a very popular
Alexis,
who's a very popular cheerleader. But as it turns out, she died during a routine when she was practicing.
You know when she broke her head or something?
She did a routine with a few of the football players.
They threw her up in the air, and
missed and hit her head and broke
went straight down,
her neck.
Straight into the ground for her head and broke her neck, probably, I would say.
Yeah. Now Maddie wants to get even on some people who were... she just wants to get even with the football players who associate with the cheerleaders. So she takes it upon herself to actually get, audition for one of the spots in the cheerleading squad, obviously. Of course, when she does really well and amazes the cheerleaders. The very ones that we follow in this one is Hannah, the mascot, her sister Martha, who's a bit of a prudish type, who's saving herself for marriage. I don't know, I could be wrong, and is dating one of the guys that her sister is seriously crushing on, obviously. And we have Tracy, who is a nice girl who's dating Terry, who was the dead girl's ex-boyfriend, obviously. Anyway, that's everyone, aside from the regular, ordinary people you may see in this movie.
All the other people running around getting killed, yeah.
Well, not really getting killed. They're more or less just extras.
Extras. Okay, films.
They don't play a killer count.
No, not like the movie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so anyway, the other person in this picture is, what's her name? The gothic girl? What's her name?
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
It's the girl who plays.
I'm flicking through my notes. Yeah, you're the one to. Blah 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 blah. Lena.
Lena is a goth who used to date Maddie, and their relationship. Well, she puts an end to it, obviously, and she tells her that something's wrong. She's not only a goth, but she's also into Wicca. So,
witch, just a witch.
Yeah, she has these crystals, which play a big key part to the story.
It's reanimate. Well, hang on, just go. Yeah.
So, anyway, they go to a party, and Maddie kind of seduces Tracy, and even tells her a big lie that he cheated on her after she started dating him after the girl died, obviously, because as I said before, she feels like she's betraying her old friend who was dating Terry at the time, but Maddie tells her that he's not worth it. And he even gives her a bracelet that's, plays a key part in this one very soon. So, anyway, later on, let me see, Tracy tells him off and says that it's over between them. And, later on, he gets seriously annoyed. Like, he does not like to be rejected.
It doesn't accept rejection all that well.
Later on, we see them at a bonfire where they're partying with the football team and other popular crowd people. And here, Terry finds out that both girls have been making out, and obviously here he tells his football players, guys, he calls them dogs, while the girls are called bitches. It's it's
okay.
So that
it's slang sort of stuff.
The words that they use for each other. If anyone else outside their clique says it, you get a seriously punch in the gut.
Okay,
seriously.
Well, you get on with it. Anyway. Everyone knows what slang and stuff is.
True. So eventually, he tells his group guys, his football career guys, they're no longer associating. They're no longer going to be associating themselves with the cheerleaders. No dating.
No sexing.
No. He reminds that there are other girls in the school that are outside the cheerleader group that are much more hotter, much more approachable, much more worth dating.
Yeah,
he's only doing this just because he wants to piss all the girls off, obviously.
Yeah, the one that jilted him, though. Yeah.
Of course, Tracy tries to, in a drunken state, tells him off, and eventually he punches her. But none of the boys even step in and kind of,
Well, he's a leader. They're not going to go against the leader. That's where the problem. They're weak-minded twits they are, yeah.
Yeah, they then get into the car, and Terry and his group of football players, they get into their car, and they chase their car off the road.
And they go through a guardrail and down over a cliff into a dam or a river or something or other. Yeah,
anyway, what's bad? I hate these names sometimes. I mean, the witch, obviously, I'm going to call her that, obviously.
Lena.
She follows them. She was also at the party.
Well, no, I think her car was broken down. They passed her. Remember that little car that was on the side of the road? Just sitting there past her when they were driving down the road.
Well, she was sitting in it, obviously.
She was heading in it.
She found out that her crystals were working and she was starting to cry and grieve over the fact her things are going wrong with her relationship with Maddie. And eventually she chases down the car and finds Maddie and the dead girls, and she starts grieving over her dead body. And for some reason, during her grieving, she wishes that they come back. And of course...
And all the magic stones
the stones
came to life and went into all the dead bodies.
Yeah, each one of them gets a crystal inside their body in different parts of the wounds. That
one went in the head, with the ear, and one
in the gut.
Guts, whatever the main problem was. Yeah,
they soon arrive back much later on. We can't really explain what happens next, but they soon arrive at Lena's house, obviously. And there the girls are a little bewildered.
Especially Martha and Hannah.
Yeah, somehow their souls have changed bodies.
So
strange.
The little shy little one who was the mascot is now the good-looking babe who was the cheerleader, and the cheerleader one who was the really hot-looking babe is now the mascot.
Messy one. And even though she's kind of happy that I think before she was kind of making a wish that she could be like her sister.
And guess what happened?
They
are.
No.
One of them made a wish, yeah.
Anyway,
be careful what you wish for.
Girls are seriously hungry. And they realize that the girl who's the witch goth, her powers are working. And she even resurrects her own cat that got struck on the head, obviously.
Very nice.
And I think that somehow during this that she's finally gained some serious powers from this. Anyway, one of the girls, she gets so hungry she goes to the kitchen and tries to drink some milk, but unfortunately it's goat milk.
It didn't go down very well.
So she goes next door and goes to the neighbour's house.
Dressed in her underwear, mind you.
Yes.
Didn't even bother getting dressed.
Seriously. Anyway,
looked good to me. Yeah.
She goes to the kitchen, gets some milk, but she doesn't. Somehow she's still not fully satisfied with the flavour. So she ends up sort of killing and devouring the man. And of course the other girls, they come there and they all gorge themselves on the man. And of course this kind of...
he was subtle. He looked like a mummy by the time I finished with him. Yeah.
The girls are feeling, wow, this is incredible. And of course, they need to get to school, obviously. And of course, they take his car. From what you said before, about the goth girl's car is damaged. You mentioned.
Well, broke down or something.
So they head there, and they're looking really sexy and beautiful.
Yeah.
They blow other girls out of the water.
Yeah, and all the footy players who actually drove the car off the cliff
shocked.
Are shocked. We thought they were dead.
Yeah.
And they look really hot today.
Yes. And Terry is not taken in by this. He thinks there's something up. Not quite right. So the girls, as they're heading into school, this is where Martha, she actually takes the boy she likes, her sister is dating, into the bathroom and have sex with him, while one of the other girls takes one of the football players to his van, gets a joint, and then she starts nibbling on him, obviously.
I mean, a big time. Yeah.
And
yummy.
All the girls.
Make Uber Eats?
I don't know. All the girls started feeling this, like they're all connected.
Somehow the stones are all connected. So if one's feeding, they all get a feeling of the hunger and the pain in their guts until they get better again.
And this happens exactly the same time when Martha Hannah is knocking her socks off with her sister's boyfriend, and the other girl is sucking blood out of the other one.
And the other girls are feeling it.
Yes.
Really
Talk
weird.
about strange. Anyway, luckily Lan was able to give Maddie some of her own blood because she doesn't want her killing, obviously, and this kind of they kind of developing their feelings again, obviously, for each other, obviously. There's music, blah, blah, really weird music. Anyway, she does discover the crystals she left in her locker get stolen by Terry, no less. He's starting to suspect that those crystals, like in the one scene where she's levitating the crystals in her classroom, while some other students, some nerdy students, were watching her and told probably Terry about these floating stones. So he thinks that there might be something in it for him, obviously.
Possibly.
So the girls, they kind of hang at Maddie's place. They kind of make a sleepover, if you call it that, there. And they're looking at Maddie's laptop computer and find a video diary there, obviously. And here they learned that Maddie joined the cheerleader squad to take revenge on the cheerleaders and the football players. But it doesn't go into details. It's just very cryptic. And of course she calls these girls a bunch of bozos, and she tries to explain to Tracy that this was before she got to know her and stuff like that, and not to take it personally. But of course she does take it personally and leaves. Of course the other two decide to leave as well. Of course this is where Terry kills both the two sisters, Hannah and Martha, in the scene. They drive up in the van and they kind of take the crystals out of their bodies.
Yeah, he cuts them out, doesn't he? Something.
Yeah. With a very big Bowie knife, I think that's
a hunting knife.
Hunting knife.
Bowie knife.
Well, that's what they call it in America.
No, a particular knife is the Bowie knife. They're not all Bowie knives.
Anyway, meanwhile, while this is happening, Maddie is explaining the situation to her girlfriend about how she was doing this memorial video for the ex-cheerleader, the girl that died, obviously. And when she was interviewing Terry, they get drunk or high, and he kind of rapes her. Well, not kind of. I mean, he's serious.
It's either rape or you don't rape. Mm-hmm. Rapes her. Okay.
And it upsets her, and she wanted to take her revenge on him by seducing his new current girlfriend, obviously. And this is where we get the girls in pain, and the girls start feeling that pain from them, obviously. They go downstairs and they find that Terry has absorbed their magical crystals into his body, making him super strong.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly so. And then soon enough, one of his football players approaches them. He has a crush on Maddie, I think. I don't think he's aware that Maddie is... Well, I'm not going to go into details about that. But she eventually takes him aside, drains the blood out of him so she can fight Terry and get her revenge on his nastiness, obviously. But of course, as he's about to head off, he kind of takes one of the other cheerleader girls with him, and I think it was Martha in the body of Hannah, obviously, and he drives off with her. And the girls get onto the boy's motorcycle and they start riding, riding across through the streets, chasing after him. And they head towards, I think, the same woods. I mean, not the woods. They head to the graveyard.
Cemetery, yeah.
Along into the woods first, because they're. Tracy, she follows them because I guess she works out that something's going horribly wrong. So she follows, and soon when she gets to the woods, she eventually falls into a bit of a trap, one of those trap. And there was a few bear traps inside, which kind of kills her and stuff.
Well, it doesn't kill her, but
it does kill
help her.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, eventually, the two remaining girls, they head down there, and eventually, the gothic girl is demanded by Terry to tell him how to use these crystals, but she refuses. All the time, he's trying to kill Maddie, but luckily enough, the crystals start acting really interesting and start hovering above everyone. The crystals including Tracy's and Amanda's, come out of their bodies, including Terry's, and start joining the
other ones, which are
swirling around and around and around, and then they soon land on the ground. One of them seeps into the ground.
That's right. Yeah,
and, and of course, Maddie at this point is still dead. So somehow,
Lena's crying.
And she screams, and she asks. One of the stones eventually gets back into her body.
It just rolls over, and, by magic, obviously, and goes into Maddie's body. And Maddie revives again, once again. Yes.
Yeah, they embrace, but then that doesn't end there. Something comes out of a grave, and we see it coming out, pushing out through Terry's dead body, and we see it's the girl that's the dead cheerleader that we saw at the beginning that got, and she's screams for Lena, and that's when the movie cuts out and we fade out. The end.
Yeah, I think it was he landed on Alexis's grave.
Yeah, Alexia's grave,
and she's coming out of him.
And
somehow.
it keeps one. Yeah. It's
somehow.
Yeah. Then we watch as the girls. They realize, they're in big, trouble.
Well,
then the movie ends and it says it's part 1
There's never a sequel that not that I'm aware of. I can't find one. So.
Yeah, maybe it didn't have enough audience appeal.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what the box office or anything did, or the domestic market or anything. I've got no idea.
I have no idea either. I don't know if this went directly to DVD or just...
No, it had a very...
Or private screening.
I said earlier, it had a very short run in the cinemas, but it doesn't say how much they made and how long they ran for, and it wasn't a major release, obviously, so it probably had a short run and went straight to a DVD or something, Now, I won't go through all the critics.
Good.
They're all average. I look at it. No, nothing.
Nothing major.
Yeah. Generally, fence sitters, about half, not bad, but, So, it's not a great movie, but it's a fun movie. There you go. Can't say too much more about it. I have no details about money, where it was made, or anything else, but it's good. I like the story behind it, a bit different instead of same old. Excuse me. I'll give it a thumbs up on this one. I'm going to give it.
Well, the whole point of this rating is to actually rate it.
I'm trying to I'm just trying to think. About an 8.5 maybe. Yeah, I think about 8.5. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 8.5 too, guys.
Because it's great. It's not perfect. It's not bad. It's sort of like I can watch this. I
could not sleep for it.
No, it keeps you awake. It's interesting. It's got a couple of funny bits. It is more of a horror than a comedy. So we get on that thing about horror comedies and comedy horrors, but it's good. It holds up well as a horror. Yeah. A little bit of lightness thrown there to ease it a little bit. Yeah.
And I know we've reviewed Jennifer's Body recently, and these girls are no different to Jennifer in that one movie. Yeah. But I think along the lines that these girls still maintain their humanity, but at the same time, they're still developed a bit of a serious hunger.
Well, they've got a hunger for
blood
type O, raw meat,
and sucking their human essence dry.
Well, wood. So they had that sort of thing going for them. But apart from that, just natural, normal girls next door who had been alive once.
Once before.
Okay, whatever. Okay. Look, honestly, I can't say too much about this. It's short and sweet, nice little story. This is going to be one of our shorter reviews, hey?
I'm afraid so. I'm sad to say. I mean, I hate when movies like this are so great and everything, and
uncomplicated,
and have a good plot, and then you don't have very much. Back story into this.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like where it was filmed and what other film reviewers thought of it.
Yeah, and there's not too much way of backstories and stuff. The only one's got a bit of a backstory is Alina, the girl who does Wicker. And the rest of it just.
And Maddie's a backstory where she wants to get even on the Terry, the evil football player.
But that's very small backstories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basic but good.
Basic, yes, very, very nice. Yeah.
Well, it's not complicated unlike other plots where they just go, I want to get revenge on every one of you because you're total assholes.
But
and I have no reason.
Yeah, I like these sort of teen horror sort of things. They're fresh, they're not stale, especially when you've got somebody, I wouldn't say, probably, they may be independent. It doesn't say whether they're independent or not, but I think they're independent.
Well, if this is one, it did too. Like, the first one was probably just a small greasing the wheels of their filmmaking skills.
Greasing the wheels? I mean, trying out 12 years earlier?
Yeah, and then years later decided to rewrite the story and try to make out that it's a little different from the previous one. Because in the first one, I think it was more about these football players run a car off the road and cheerleaders died. And one of them survives, and then at a class reunion, she returns and resurrects all these dead cheerleader friends as a bit of a revenge on the football players who ran their car off the front road. That's the original story.
I
found out a bit of it on Wikipedia, but I can't find a copy of it.
Pity.
It's a pity.
It would be nice to see it, actually, yeah.
It would be nice if it was on YouTube or something, but...
Yeah, anywhere.
Or even... I mean, if they could do that with Sam Raimi's... when they did that independent one he did before Evil Dead, maybe it would have been great if they could do it for all, for the beginner filmmakers. And the same I could say for James Wan's Saw short. If you could do it,
yeah,
then
you about 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, that'd be really good to see the thing that started it all off. Yeah, but However,
indeed,
it's probably in someone's drawer somewhere, or
we just haven't
or in someone's computer
yet.
Or something, and we won't see it. But anyway,
we haven't not.
James Wan, we want it.
Yes.
Are you listening?
Well, I already have a copy of it.
What? The 10-minute one?
Yeah, the short for Saw, obviously.
Where do you get it from?
Easy, it's on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't see it. I couldn't find it.
You just have to look, obviously.
No, I do look for things. I must have missed it because sometimes, What's it called? Saw?
Saw.
Well, there you go. I must have missed it.
And it has the guy who played I think who was his name in the first one, obviously, who was also worked on it with James Wong.
His mate, I can't remember his name. No, I can't remember. Yeah. But James Wan, he's the one who sticks out all the time. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
about it.
The movie, obviously. So that's our thoughts on it. I think you may get it on DVD or Blu-ray. Maybe there's a possibility. That it was on Blu-ray.
It's on Blu-ray and DVD. It's on eBay. Mm-hmm. It's for sale. Amazon. Rent or for sale. So your favourite streaming sites and other places may have it as well.
To be honest, I think the ending works. A twist ending is always great in movies.
Yeah. So what's going to happen
with no expected sequel that's coming after that. Some people don't like it because they like a sequel. I don't. I like it.
When Lena and what's for who that's having a cuddle and the other one came out of the guy's body or through his body. I wonder why. I can't understand why she came up through his body. Oh, that's right. That stone went into the ground.
Yeah, it did.
That's right. Yeah. I forgot about it. Maybe went in the ground where her grave was. But why is she all horrible? I mean, she's got all bloody coming up through him.
Because it's been 2 months and she was in the ground. Remember, she died?
That's right. It's been a couple of months. I keep forgetting the time factors. Yeah. She's a bit on the dead side.
Yeah,
really.
When people die, they do get looking a little bit more.
No, I forgot. Yeah, it'd been about 2 months, so she would be a bit smelly by now. Yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. Well, it could be worse.
True.
Could be someone, could be a couple of years.
Yeah. Unlike other movie makers who think, I want to make a sequel after sequel after sequel, I like it when it's just a one-off movie with no sequels, just your imagination to fill in the gaps.
They probably could get an idea of what to do for the next movie. So, you don't do a lame movie because you either make a good movie followed by a good movie. You don't do a good movie and then do a lame movie, otherwise you're wasting your time. So,
because I always like movies that give off a sense of, of it, just giving you a sense of wonder. You don't need to have something to fill the blanks. You just use your imagination.
Yeah.
I like to think Maddie and the other girl get away, or they find a way to remove the crystal from the dead cheerleader, obviously. Who knows? It's hard to say.
Well, you might be able to do a spell or something like that. She pulled the stones out before.
Yeah, if she could do that with Terry, who was trying to to be all powerful and stuff like that, well, that'll be something interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Who knows?
Anyway, it's an interesting watch and all that stuff. So I highly recommend you guys actually check it out. I mean, also, guys, we'll be probably trying to cover as many movies as possible as we go along. So we'll try to cover a few more because we're going to go on holidays very soon.
So we want to make sure we don't miss out any weeks.
Yeah, and I'd rather get some of these done, and have them ready for you guys to actually
queued
watch.
up, ready to come out on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yes, so by the time you might get this, we would be already heading off to New South Wales on our trip. So the next time
on the road again.
Hopefully we'll get a few more done in the can. I'm hoping
I want to do it in the recording studio.
I'm hoping we can actually do the TV Scream series before we
That'd be nice.
And any other particular.
How about Robot Chicken?
No.
Okay, I love Robot Chicken.
That doesn't count.
Okay, why not?
It's a sort of funny, like Monty Python thing, which doesn't count.
Okay, I like Robot Chicken.
Anyway, it's more or less not really important.
How
So
about Surreal Estate? We could do that maybe.
we've already done Surreal Estate.
Oh, we did. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what it is we do.
on.
Not Mr. Well, we've done lots of them. Okay, what haven't we done?
I haven't. I'm looking into the slasher, even though that's only 3 seasons. But I don't think we'll have enough time to rewatch them all because we'll be gone.
Now we'll bung a few movies
So
in, and then
I'll
we'll
bung
do the other one later.
this Scream TV series together. We're on to season 2 in Scream, obviously, and hopefully we might get in the third one because that's only 6 episodes.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that could be longer though.
Not really. I'm actually seeing it more than once.
Anyway, do you want to kill it?
Yeah, that's about it from us, guys. So this is Sarah Stephenson
And Michael.
saying see you guys around on Boys and Ghouls Film Review. Bye for now, and we'll see you next time on our channel. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.